Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. On Saturday, AFC Wimbledon take on Wrexham away from home. It will be one of the toughest tests that Wimbledon have to face this season, but today we're going to do a preview on the game, talk about Wrexham, their best players, and the same with Wimbledon, how I think the game will fare for both teams and what I think the score will be come the end of the 90 minutes. But if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're so close to 1,200 subscribers. If we can hit that before Saturday, that would be so appreciated. And let's get into this video. So, as I said in the intro, AFC Wimbledon take on Wrexham away from home at the racecourse in front of a sold-out home and away end. Is going to be incredible. We never really see Wimbledon take that many fans away from home, especially to games up north, but obviously everyone sells out Wrexham this year. It's one of the places where you really want to go and win. Wrexham have only lost once at home this season, and that was to the franchise on the very first game of this season. So if we can do that, that'll be absolutely perfect. And they only lost 3 times at home in 2023. So it's one of the toughest places to go and get a result at. Wrexham is. It's a tough and long old journey, but near on 1,200 Wimbledon fans will be making the journey up to North Wales, and hopefully we can grab 3 points. It'll be so important. I think we need it. Obviously, we're playing against a team which are they're not in the playoffs. They're third at the moment, 10 points ahead. It's third versus 7th. We only sit inside the playoffs on goal difference. Franchise are in 8th, but we've got I believe 5+ goal difference more than them. So that's why we're in the playoffs. But I believe we should start talking about Wrexham third. Obviously, it's 3rd versus 7th. They sit inside the automatic places where they want to be, and I believe that's where they will be at the end of the season. When we last played Wrexham, it was a 1-1 draw at Plough Lane in August at the very start of the season. Elliot Lee opened the scoring in the first half by maybe a goal which shouldn't have happened, took a deflection, and then went into the back of the net past Alex Bass. And then Tilly scored a penalty in the second half. We missed a penalty in the second half as well by Ali Al-Hamadi, but James Tilly thankfully scored the second penalty that we got. And yeah, I think James Tilly is going to be really important for us. We will get more into that in a bit, but more about Wrexham. As I said, they only lost once at home this season to Milton Keynes at the start of the season. I've picked out a couple of their top players. Wrexham have got such a good side. They've got players which can easily play in the divisions above, and they've got players which have dropped down into League 2 just to play for Wrexham, I believe. It's obviously because of the money in a way, but they have great owners. I think everyone's definitely jealous of Wrexham of having the massive owners that they have, and then they've brought in really good players and players that will stay with them for the long term when they start moving up the leagues, they'll bring in even better players. I think Rob and Brian have done a great job at Wrexham, and it's only the start for them. But their top rated player and their top goal scorer at the same time is Elliot Lee with 13 goals. He's chipped in with a couple of assists as well. He's a brilliant player. Used to play for Luton Town. He played for Luton Town when we drew 2-2 at Kenilworth Road in our Wally Down era, where we drew 2-2 there. What a result that was. But he's such a top-class player. Scored against us last time. He's not even a striker. I believe he plays just in behind Paul Mullen and Sam Dalby when he's playing. He's such a really just talented player, and I think he's definitely going to be the one that will need to try and stop. And obviously Paul Mullen as well didn't play the first bit of the season. He missed a couple of months just because of his injury that he sustained in the pre-season tour when they went out to America. But he's already got 9 goals, looking for double digits on Saturday, definitely, as he didn't play against us at the start of the season, and he's picking up fine form at the moment. James McLean is also one to look out for as well. I think he was quite a handful last time he played against Wrexham, obviously. Coming from a div above, I believe he came from Wigan Athletic, if I'm right. That was his last club, I believe. Ireland international, such a top-class player, definitely too good for League 2. And that's what I'm saying. If they do get promoted this year, they've already got the players to go and hopefully get another promotion season going up to the Championship. They've definitely got the players to do so, the owners to do so, and they've got the money behind them if they want to go get promoted in next season, if they do get promoted from League Two this year. But yeah, and obviously Ollie Palmer used to play for Wimbledon, then moving to Wrexham. Hasn't really played a lot this season, been just on the bench, coming on in the last closing stages, but he will want to score against Wimbledon. Definitely. I believe he came on and had quite a good chance, which Alex Bass saved last time out, if I remember correctly. So if Ollie Palmer does come, if he does start or even comes on from the bench, he's definitely going to be one to look out for. He just adds that little bit more up front, the little bit more physicality. But I think Wimbledon can definitely handle that. When we move on to talking about Wimbledon, we come into this game with a little bit of better form. We beat Oxford United 2-0 in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy on Tuesday night. 2 goals from James Tilley, which is perfection before Wrexham away. Obviously, hasn't been in good form, and then Johnny Jackson gave him the opportunity to go score loads of goals against Oxford, scored 2, which is perfect. That's what you want, especially just because Connor Evans has gone back, and even though Connor Evans plays on the other side, James Tilley will definitely go and start against Wrexham. I really hope he does. If he doesn't, I'll be disappointed, as that was his confidence boost on Oxford, and he definitely has the capability to score a couple goals against Wrexham, especially because we are light up front with obviously Ali Al-Hamadi and Omar Bugle out for the Asian Cup. So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of lineup Wimbledon can put out against Wrexham. I think James Tilley will start. I maybe think we will change formation, maybe to a 4-5-1. Davison up front on his own and working his socks off, hopefully. We have Joe Lewis back, signed on a permanent from Stockport County. He was recalled from his loan, then we signed him for quite a bit of money. I believe it was definitely 6 figures. And now we have him on a long-term contract, which is so good. He works so well with Ryan Johnson as his centre-back partnership. And then you have Jack Curry, Billa, Ogundere, flocking down the wings, trying to get up and down as they always do, which is perfect. I'm really happy about the defence. I believe I talked in my podcast on Saturday. If you haven't watched that, it's the Plough Lane podcast on my channel, Reese TV, or on Spotify. That would be really appreciated if anyone watches it. But I talked about how he looked, how I was kind of worried about Wrexham if we didn't sign a centre-back, or because we didn't know if Joe Lewis was going to get recalled or sign him. There were so many rumours going around, but I'm so glad that it's been done and dusted and we have him on a long-term contract. I'm pretty sound for the defence if we have everyone fit. If Curry doesn't leave, there was a couple of rumours behind that, but nothing's been said yet, so that's perfect. Jack Curry left back, Ryan Johnson and Joe Lewis as the 2 centre backs, and then Billa in right back. I'm so happy about that. Even the midfield, I'm really happy with the midfield. I'm minding little Jake Reeves. Every game they play so well, they're so calm and comfortable on the ball, so that's perfect for me. And then on the wings, Josh Newville, if he's fit, James Tilley, even more perfect for me. James Tilley in fine form, back in form, scoring 2 goals against Oxford, and then hopefully Davison up top, working his socks off. It'll be so good to see him score. Against Ipswich, he wasn't really the best in my eyes. Didn't really get the ball as much as I think he wanted to. Didn't get as many shots away. But I'm maybe a little bit more confident now because we've signed Joe Lewis and hopefully maybe get another player in before Wrexham. This game against Wrexham is so important. I believe from 5th to maybe 13th, there's only like a 3-point difference between the teams. So if we lose 2 games on the trot, we could easily go and fall down into mid-table, which we don't want. We want to maintain our playoff position and be there at the end of the season and be there throughout the whole season. But Saturday is going to be such a competitive game. You have 2 great teams coming at each other. Even though Wimbledon are a little bit light up front, I think we can still do it. I think James Tilley will play well. Hopefully Josh Neuville will be available. Maybe even Sassy will start. I'm not really sure what tactics or formation Wimbledon will play against Wrexham, but it's going to be a really competitive match. We're going to have to defend really well because Wrexham have such good attacking options of Elliot Lee, Paul Mullin, Ollie Palmer if he plays, Sam Dalby, he's really good as well. They don't really concede as many goals as they did when we played them at the start of the season. Like, they conceded 15 goals, I believe, in the first 4 or 5 games, which is incredible. But yeah, definitely they haven't really conceded as many goals in the past couple games ever since they bolstered their defence, got a new goalkeeper when Ben Foster left. So their defence is definitely a lot more tight and it's definitely a lot more harder to get through. But can Wimbledon do it? I think we can. But do I think we'll win? Maybe not. I think Wimbledon will draw 1-1 with Wrexham on Saturday. Highly competitive fixture. I'll take a draw. I'll even take a draw even if we had our full strength squad out with Ali Al-Hamidi and Omar Bugle playing, but I think there's a lot more chance of us winning if they are playing. But who knows, if Wimbledon do sign a striker or two before Wrexham, get a couple more signings in, or we may be waiting for after Wrexham. But I'm definitely a lot more confident just because Joe Lewis will be available. He's fit and ready to go. The defence looks solid. It's all about just what the attacking options are for Saturday. I think we'll go 1-0 up, maybe James Tilley scoring, and who knows, if Wimbledon win, it will be the best away day of the season. It's a long journey up, and I think most Wimbledon fans will feel distraught going all the way back home to London if we do lose. But yeah, I think Wimbledon will draw 1-0. Please let me know your thoughts, your score predictions, who you think will score, and how we'll line up. I think that's a really interesting topic to talk about. Obviously, we got a little bit more option with Joe Lewis starting. I think the formation will have to be different. But yeah, let me know in the comments and see you all there on Saturday. Come on, you Dons.